guys, welcome back to the channel. Here we are with another reaction, and this one we have 1966. Oh my days, 66. Children imagine life in the year 2000. I'm so excited to see what they thought life would be like in the year 2000 because it's so hard to predict the future. It's like asking me right now, what do I think it'll be like in the year 2060? You feel me? 2061, something like that. Um, Man, I can't even begin to. I don't know. I think cars will be flying. I do think there will be flying cars. I'm praying that there will be more unity and less division and hatred in the world. Uh, but let's hear these kids what they thought life was going to be like.
Well, in the year 2000, I think I'll probably be the spaceship to the moon dictating robots to robots. Or else I may be, I don't know, in charge of a robot court, judging some robots. Or I may be
In charge of a robot court, judging some robots. 2000, I don't think. It ain't no robot courts just yet. Just wait a little bit. You might be on something, kid.
at the funeral of a computer. Or if something's gone wrong with their nuclear bombs, I may be sort of coming back from hunting in a cave.
I don't like the idea of sort of getting up and finding you've got a cabbage pill to eat for breakfast or something.
Well, I think all these atomic bombs will be dropping around the place, and one will get near the centre because it will sort of make a huge, great big crater, and then the world will just melt, and the world will become one vast atomic explosion, and it will become like a supernova, stars.
Some madman will get the atomic bomb and just blow the world into oblivion.
There's nothing you can do to stop it. More people who get bombs.
God, hey, so I guess back then, is 1966, is this around the time when these atomic bombs were starting to be made? Or, because a lot of these kids were scared of atomic bombs. Like, it was like the world going to end, some men, wrong men going to be in power and drop these atomic bombs on the world, and it's going. And so, I'm intrigued to hear, like, why were they so afraid of atomic bombs at that time? Was this when they were first made? Was it just a real fear in that time? I mean, atomic bombs are scary still today. You can don't get me wrong. But you just really don't see people like dropping atomic bombs today.
The more somebody's going to use it one day.
Well, I think that it'll be so overpopulated that there'll all be wars, all nuclear explosions and everything. It'll make the Earth, too much radiation on it. It'll become too hot to live on. I think that there'll be no life at all, really, on the Earth.
I'd be like, dang, bro, y'all kids, so y'all still, I'd be like, a lot of y'all still gonna be alive in the year 2000. You think it's just gonna be over? You think we all gonna be wiped out? I got to see what was happening now. I need some context. What was going down in 1960s? These kids,
I don't think there is going to be atomic warfare, but I think that there is going to be all this automation. People are going to be out of work and a great population. And I think something has to be done about it. If I wasn't a biologist, that's what I'd like to do something about the population problem. Try and sort of temper it somehow. I don't know how.
I think it'll be very dull, and people would all be squashed together so much there won't be any fun or anything. And people will be rationed to the amount of things they can have, because if they had too many things, it would just squash their houses, and there just wouldn't be room for them.
Mm-hmm. No, there's some people that have way too many things. And they don't squash their houses. They just get bigger houses. But I love this. Like how they wouldn't have no idea like what it was gonna be like in like I had no idea what it's gonna be like in 2060. But a lot of their thoughts were negative. Like a lot of these, it seems like there wasn't much positivity. Like I think in the year 2000, like everything's gonna be awesome. Like we're gonna have this and we're gonna have like, hey, Britain. Well, I guess I mean when you think about Britain had two. You talking about Britain being involved in a huge way in both world wars, and Britain. I mean, in the history, so many wars. They had the biggest empire on earth at one time. So their history. I mean, there's a lot of war and fighting. But there is a lot of division today. I'll give you that. In 2008, if I don't remember, what was it like? I was only 5 years old. I can't tell you what life was like in the year 2000.
I think it'll be people will be regarded more as statistics than as actual people.
I don't
You
think
was
it's going to be
you
so
was
nice.
right.
I think
Now you was right, my boy.
sort of all machines everywhere, everyone doing everything for you. You know, you'll get all bored, and I don't think it'll be so nice.
I think it's going to be very boring. And everything will be the same. I mean, people will be the same and things will be the same.
First of all, there's computers are taking over now. Computers and automation. And in the year 2000, there just won't be enough jobs to go around, and the only jobs there will be for people with high HQ, high IQ, who can work computers and such things. And other people are just not going to have jobs. There just aren't going to be jobs for them to have.
I expect that.
I mean, she did make it. Okay, you was on to something. You was on to something. We're getting to that point. It is when you see if these kids could see AI, they could see what AI can do. Oh, their fears of robots would have been 10 times stronger. Its fear of computers would have been 10 times stronger.
They will set aside parts of the country solely for recreation and have large blocks of built up areas. And I think these are going to be very ugly indeed, probably.
I don't think I'll still be on Earth. I think I'll be under the sea. I think the population will have gone up so much that either everyone will be living in sort of big domes on the Sahara, or they'll be under the sea. There'll be so many people that they'll have to have an overflow into the sea. And so there'll be houses underneath the sea and houses above the sea.
They're not going to have so many square houses, more curves and artistic designs instead of just sort of boxes like they've got nowadays.
People wouldn't be able to live in ordinary houses because that would take up too much room. They'd have to be in flats, piled on top of one another, like that. And the houses would be...
What was I'm Googling. Because I know about the baby boomers. And so was that the 60s? And was it all over the world? Oh my days. So yeah, I mean, world population boom in the 60s. The peak annual population growth rate hit its peak of about 2.2% in 62 and 63. Wow. The world population increased by approximately 22% between 1960 and 1970. Oh my. Nearly double the growth rate of the previous decade. Dang. And the rapid growth rate was primarily driven by a sharp decline in the crude death rate, especially in the second half of the 20th century. And so, right, hospitals, doctors, medicines were getting more advanced, and so people were starting to live longer, and you still got so many people being born. Okay. And I knew about the baby boom, like the baby boom in the U.S. We call it the boomer generation. I knew about that, but I didn't know it was like a population boom like across the world. I see, I see why they were thinking like that. But yeah, now like they worried about population declining in a lot of countries, and they're like, these people are getting too old to work and everything, and not enough kids are being born, and so they more worried about that. But in the 60s, when you got growth like that, yeah, you was gonna be worried about the population getting out of control.
small. And everything would be cramped up, very cramped.
Animals as they have here, sheep and cows and livestock, but they'll be kept in batteries. They won't be allowed to graze on pastures. They'll be kept in buildings all together, all in one big building and artificially reared, so they'll yield a larger, be bigger and give them...
Anna, you came back from the future. You came back from the year 2000, my boy. I'm convinced. I'm looking in your eyes. You know a little bit too much. You too right on the money. You're too on the money. You hit the nail directly on the head.
Food.
All the Sputniks and everything that are going up is sort of interferes with the weather, and I think the sea may rise and will sort of cover some of England, and there'll be just islands left from like only the Highlands in Scotland and some of the big hills in England and Wales. I don't think all England to be wiped out because some of it will be too high. I think the sea will rise to about 300 to 600 feet.
Might freeze. Because
What's the sea level now? These kids, some of these kids are freaking. It's scary, yeah. But a lot of this, I mean, I'm looking at now and not thinking about how it was in the year 2000. I'm just looking at the times now. I'm like, some of these kids are on to something. You feel me? It didn't tell me on Google, so we'll keep it going. But yeah, some of these kids.
I think it'll probably burn out. And there's an ice cap coming down from North Pole. I think it'll cover the Earth. It might have another ice age.
And I don't think there's anything to be frightened of. And lots of people think it's going to explode, but I'm certain it won't.
I think it'll be much more
Thank you for being certain that it wouldn't explode. I appreciate
frightened of. And lots of people think it's going to explode, but I'm certain it won't.
I think it'll be much more efficient. Because there'll be more cures for the diseases. And not so many people will get sick.
And the black people, won't be sort of separate. They'll be all mixed in with the white people. And, the poor people and rich people will become the same.
No, that ain't it. Yeah, black people, white people, yeah, we are more mixed now. There's still a lot of division in the world, but we are more mixed. The rich people and poor people, it's still that class division is still gigantic. Yeah, so that classism, whatever you call it, is still gigantic.
We'll be poor and richer, but they won't sort of look down on each other.
I'm not looking forward to living in a year, about 50 years' time. I mean, the world seems to be in such a terrible state now, let alone in 50 years' time.
Ah, my days, bro. This is like literally amazing. Like hearing them predict what like they thought life would be like in 2000. Some of them kids came from the future. They went and traveled back to the past. A lot of them, because of the population boom that they were going through at the time, thought, yeah, I guess they thought it was going to continue like that. People was going to start like living in the seas. How it just wasn't going to be enough land. People thought whatever was going to change the weather, which I mean, that's on the money. Like you see the weather changing due to things we're doing to the atmosphere and the environment, and so that was just very intriguing to watch. But like, if you ask me what I think life will be like in 2060, I don't know. I don't know. I think there will absolutely be a lot of robots that have taken over, and yeah, you'll have to learn how to work with robots if you want a job. But there's going to be so many people. I don't know. Are people going to fight against that? Because I mean, it's going to take away so many jobs. Are they going to be okay with it? I guess we got to find out the future. Only God knows. That's all we got. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. Check out the next. I'll see y'all next time.